You do not deserve to enjoy your young years. You do not deserve to have fun while you're young. Once you turn 18, there's no more time for playing, for being a kid. You had 17 years of life to enjoy, to have no issues. And I feel like there's a big misconception, especially in our generation, that you don't need to work hard, or you can just kind of stroll through life just doing whatever. Um, Especially now that we have all these devices, we have all these tools at our disposal where we don't really have to work hard to find information. Um, and it's really expected of us to just go to college, take the easy route. But even if you are in college, whether you don't want to pursue business or you do want to pursue business, either way, you're from 18 to like all throughout your 20s. That's not the time to be playing around, to be trying to have fun. People say, oh yeah, you're gonna go to college, you're gonna party, you're gonna have so much fun in your 20s. Your 20s is gonna be the best time of your life. And people say that college is the best time of their life because they ended up messing around, and now that they're older, they're stuck in a 9 to 5 job that they hate. And of course, anything's gonna be better than that. Whenever you're partying and playing around, like I always like to say I always hear people say, the path to hell feels like heaven, but the path to heaven feels like hell. And even in a non-religious sense, it makes sense because when you're playing around and you're having fun, you're partying, you're drinking, life feels amazing. Life feels great. You know, sin is fun. Sin is meant to be fun. But at the end of the day, you will be punished for your sins. And even taking that away from the godly perspective, you will be punished here and now for messing around all throughout your 20s, all throughout your teenage years, for wanting to party, for wanting to drink, for wanting to go out with your friends every day, not wanting to work. You will be punished. You know, it's not gonna directly, you're not gonna directly notice it as the punishment. When you end up working a job for the rest of your life that you hate, you know, you ended up getting a college degree that you didn't enjoy, you end up working at McDonald's because you didn't do anything with your life, that's going to be your punishment, and that's going to be your life, and you're going to have to deal with the fact that you did nothing, that you did not work hard throughout your entire college career, 18 to 25, whatever you want to call it. You did not work hard through that, so you have to work through the punishments, and you have to deal with what comes with that. So I encourage everyone, please take this time to work hard, okay? All I want for people is to do the things that are difficult, so that way later you can live an easy and great life, okay? And of course, I'm an advocate for, you know, getting away from the college like aspect, getting away from 9 to 5, and starting your own business, starting day trading, you know, social media, whatever it may be, anything but working at 9 to 5. That's all I want. But even if you are trying to go to college and you want to work a job, you know exactly what you want to do, and that's what you're passionate about, then you do that. But I want you to work as hard as you can at that and avoid the drinking, the partying, the, you know, doing random things that are just taking you away from the vision and the goal. Okay, they're all distractions, and they're put there to make sure that you don't become successful, because nobody ever became successful just by one day they woke up, they had a college degree, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get a 6-figure job because I barely worked hard. My life has been super easy. Ask any millionaire. If you look up a millionaire interview, they're going to tell you they went through hard things. They did difficult things to get to the spot that they're at. Every single day, you have to put yourself in a position to win. And if you think about your future self, who's a millionaire, a billionaire, riding on private jets and yachts and all that, if you ask them to give you advice, do you think they're going to say, oh yeah, you can just relax, you can just chill, everything's going to be easy, everything's just going to come to you? Yeah, of course. No. They're going to tell you you need to work your ass off and get it done even earlier than I did. I want you, if when I'm a millionaire, I'm going to remember the times where I didn't work as hard. I'm going to want myself to work even harder through those times, okay? So I encourage everybody, like, work hard. Like right now, all I want to be successful. That's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm working as hard as I am. I'm day trading. I'm working a job. I'm starting to work a job. I'm working as many hours as I possibly can. Hopefully, I can get full time. But all I want to do is put myself in a position to win. And today, what really prompted me to make this video was because today I was in English class. Now, my English teacher always gives me a pep talk, or gives the class a pep talk every single day. Okay, so teacher was saying, somebody asked like, oh, when will I be able to find peace in my life? The teacher was like, oh, you can find peace. You deserve to be peaceful. You know, all you have to do is be in the moment and take some time off. Take some time to, you know, walk around, take some rest days. And all I can think is, if I decided to take some rest days, how am I going to become successful? You know, how I have done nothing with my life so far. Okay, my life has been living with my parents, going to high school, like just cruising through life. And just because now things are getting a tiny little bit difficult, I deserve to have a rest day? No, you don't. You don't. If you have done nothing with your life, you don't deserve a rest day. You don't deserve anything good. Like, you do not just get to wake up one day. And a lot of people genuinely think this. They genuinely think that they are just going to magically become a millionaire. They're magically going to become rich. They're magically just going to have an amazing life. No, you have to work your ass off every single day. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, in the NBA. Like, I always think about sports. I played basketball all my life. What NBA player got there by half-assing it? None. Like, look at the best players in the world. They practice on their own every single day. If they decided to take some rest days, if they decided to, you know, slack off, what is the end result? They're not going to be successful. You cannot be a professional in anything until you put in the time, you put in the hours, and that needs to happen while you are young. While you are young, have the most energy you will ever have. You have the highest testosterone you will ever have. This is the perfect time to take advantage of the time that you have, because most likely, if you're 18, you're either living with your parents or you're in college. Okay, and that's prime time. You are basically have nothing. Like, you have time every single day to work on your craft. You have plenty of time to put the hours in, because pretty soon, once you graduate college, you're out in the real world. Like, there's nothing to back you up. You have to work. You have to work a job, and you have to support yourself somehow. So my goal, and I hope everyone else's goal, is to be able to make my money before that time comes. Okay, work now so I can play later. Because if I work now, I'll have all my life to play. Okay, I just made a TikTok about this. You can either work now and play for eternity, or you can play now and work for eternity. Okay, if you play around right now, you take this time to mess around, to drink, to party, to go out with your friends every single day, you will have to work for the rest of your life. Okay, you're not going to be a millionaire. You're not going to be rich. You're not going to have financial freedom. You're not going to be able to take care of your parents, your family. You are going to have to work a bum job for the rest of your life for a company that does not care about you. Okay, so if you can work hard, you will be successful. You work harder and harder. I don't care what the odds are. People say, oh, 99% of day traders fail. Okay, why can't that be me? But a lot of people have this mindset where, I don't know what could happen. You know, day trading doesn't work. A lot of people, people always come up to me, or in my comments, and they're like, oh, day trading doesn't work. You're not gonna be able to make money online like that. How would you know? How are you gonna know unless you try? I will not be satisfied just sitting there, playing around, getting a degree I don't care about. I want to work as hard as I can, and at least try to make money online in a way that I don't have to work for some random company for the rest of my life. Okay, I'd rather try and fail than not try at all. Right? So take this time while you're young. It is the most prime time you have to work your ass off, to put in even more work than everyone else is. Because if you do everything the same as everyone else is, you're only going to be the same as they are. So the people that are willing to put more work in than the average person, they're going to get better results. You don't get better results by doing the same things. You know what the definition of insanity is: doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You're not going to get a different result by doing the same thing as everyone else. Okay? And that's the main gist of this video. I hope everyone that watches this will understand, if you're not working hard, you need to work harder. I don't care how hard you're working, you need to work even harder. Be the hardest worker in the room. Achieve your goals, become a millionaire, become rich. That's what I want everyone to be. All praise to Jesus Christ. I thank each and every one of you for watching. And make sure you hit like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate it.